Hello, Virgo, and welcome to our reading for the month of April. I say our reading because I myself am a Virgo sun and a Virgo rising, so I always resonate with these readings. And I'm just going to get us started today with a little bit of Palo Santo, which doesn't seem to want to light for some reason. What's coming up for the majority of the signs this month is there's something here for all of us around cleansing our energy. So it's not just about the energy of our physical body or energy body or aura, but this is also about the energy of our environment. So there may be a beautiful opportunity for all of us in the month of April to be doing some serious spring cleaning. You may want to consider purging your closets, going through your items in your home. You may want to consider rearranging furniture, moving clutter. Remember, Hucha, dark, dense, heavy energy, it likes to hide inside of clutter. It likes to hide under and behind furniture, places that don't get cleaned all that often. That's where the dark energy seems to accumulate. So I would encourage you to do a little bit of spring cleaning this month in whatever way that looks like for you. And if you are not somebody who uses sage or Palo Santo, you may want to consider using bells. Bells can be a great way to cleanse your environment. And I also like to use Agua de Florida water. It can be a wonderful way to cleanse the energy of our environment. I will take my Florida water from the bottle like this, and I'll just put it into a spray bottle like this. So we can just spray the energy around us. And we're starting off the month of April with the Soul Group card. This is exciting, you guys. So the Soul Group card, this tells us that we are reuniting with members of our soul family this month. I don't know about you, but I am always open to welcoming new energy into my life. So please and thank you. Bring it on. Bring it on, month of April. I would love to see who these members of our soul family are. Maybe you're one of my members. Maybe I'm one of yours. I have no idea, but I do find that I get along with other Virgos very, very, very well. So we're definitely going to notice that these are soul family members because when we meet them, they feel so familiar. You know, you could like meet someone and you start telling them like your whole life story and you're like, I don't even know why I just shared all of that with you, but it's because they feel so familiar and it's because they are familiar. We've shared lifetimes together before, and here we are once again in each other's lives for a reason. We might be playing different roles in this lifetime than we played in our past lives, in our previous lives together, but there is a reason that we're coming back together into each other's lives. So if you're feeling that familiarity with some of the new people that you're meeting in April, trust it. And if you have not yet felt that energy by the time you get this message, then I encourage you to call that in if that's something that you think would bring you some fulfillment in your life. I know it would for me, for sure. I love meeting new people who feel super aligned. I love meeting people who feel like they are a part of my soul family. So I'm excited to see what that means for us. Now, before I pull any more cards, I just want to show you I'm using the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle by Kelly Smith. Of course, I'll make sure to link this down below in the description box with all the other Oracle card decks that I'm going to be using. I'll use this one, the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle, for our main reading. But then once we get into the extended reading at the end, I'll also use the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle deck to help us, us Virgos, we can get a little in our own heads. So that will help us get out of our heads and into our hearts. I'll also pull a Romance Oracle by Doreen Virtue, and finally an Animal Spirit Oracle as well to see what animal totems are coming up for us. So let's see what will help us, what will help the Virgo collective to align with our highest path, our highest purpose, our highest timeline in the month of April, please, spirits. What will help us with our highest path, our highest timeline, our highest purpose? I feel like there's a lot of momentum coming in April for some reason. Seeker of truth, you can feel the hidden truth behind your circumstances. So whether this is with yourself, being real with yourself, being honest with yourself, and, facing those hard truths with yourself, or maybe this is around other people. You feel like maybe they're not being honest. There could be secrets coming to surface in the month of April. I don't like the sounds of that. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, I don't like secrets. I don't know. What make you? I much prefer that the Seeker of Truth card be around being honest with myself. But of course, each and every one of us are different. And you might be watching for your sun. You might be watching for your moon sign. You might even be watching for your rising. And so this is going to affect each and every one of us Virgos differently. What I do like about this card, though, is that it is card 64. So 6 plus 4 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. So this does signify a new beginning. So whatever circumstances are bothering us, whatever circumstances we can feel the hidden truth behind, yeah, it might be uncomfortable when there is a hidden truth, for sure. But this does signify that it is a new beginning. So when we get to the bottom of whatever this is, when we get to the bottom of it, it can signify a trajectory change, an opportunity to begin a new branch of the path leading forward. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for us. That's interesting. I'm kind of listening for myself at the same time that I'm sharing for all of you. So I'm like, what else is going to come up here for us? Now, what may be our challenge in the month of April? I mean, that kind of sounds a little bit of a challenge. I don't know what you guys think, but I feel like I feel a little bit of a challenge. But I mean, that's what's going to help us get on our highest path, our highest purpose, our highest timeline, is to get to the bottom of whatever that is, the hidden truth, whatever that is, getting to the bottom of it will help us the most. But what challenges might we experience in the month of August, or the month of August? My goodness, I'm getting way ahead of myself here. In the month of April. Now, some of you may already be feeling these energies. So if you are, you got to let me know down below in the comments. What's this hidden truth? Is somebody coming out with a secret? Okay, we're getting spiritual gifts, which I love. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but we are dedicated. We are dedicated to our growth. Virgo is the intuitive sign, right? So of course, we're in the process of developing and fine-tuning our spiritual gifts. How are they showing up for you? For each and every one of us, they're going to show up so differently, right? Some of us are gifted in our clairvoyance. Some of us are gifted in our clairaudience, so our ability to see spirit, our ability to hear spirits. A lot of us are really working on strengthening that inner knowing. When we're taking action on that inner knowing, when we have that intuitive message like, oh, I should really do this, and then we actually do it, that's going to strengthen our intuition, because our intuition and our psychic gifts, they're just like any other muscle. So the more we practice it, the more we exercise our intuition, the stronger it's going to get. And just like any other muscle, if we ignore it, it's like if you don't use it, you're going to lose it, right? So it'll atrophy. Our intuition gets weaker the more we ignore it. So a good practice for this is like, let's say, for example, somebody invites you to go out with them one night, and you're like, I don't know. I just kind of feel gross. Doesn't feel right about this. I don't want to go. But you don't want to rock the boat. You want to appease the other person. You don't want to make anyone upset. We like to keep the peace too, right? So you say, okay, fine, I'll go. And then you go. And it was a really not so good situation. And you get home and you're drained, you're energetically drained. You're like, I shouldn't have gone. I knew I shouldn't have gone. I didn't listen to my gut. I knew I shouldn't have gone. Why the heck did I go? Well, that is ignoring your intuition. And when we ignore our intuition, it does the opposite of get strong, right? It atrophies just like a muscle. So it gets weaker. So trust your intuition, because you have spiritual gifts. We have spiritual gifts. And that's the second number 8 we got. So we got 8 with soul group. 5 plus 3 equals 8. We got 8 with spiritual gifts. Ooh, these are abundant numbers. What else is going to come up for us? We got a number 10, or a number 1 rather. We got 2 8s. What else does the Virgo collective need to know for the month of April, please? Okay, we're getting all habits. Oh. This is my tough love deck, you guys. Again, the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle by Kelly Smith, my tough love deck, because that's what it does. It tells us like it is. It is the tough love deck. It calls us on our shit. And we're getting old habits, okay? We're getting old habits. So how are we getting in our own way this month? What is our current flavor of self-sabotage, Virgo? What is it? I know that we tend to live up here in our heads a lot, and that can be to our detriment. when we are living in our heads, that's where the ego is, right? So the ego is going to throw procrastination, avoidance, self-sabotage, negative thoughts, intrusive thoughts, negative self-talk, things like that. The ego is going to throw all of these things in our path because, according to the ego, we should just stay in our comfort zone for the rest of eternity, right? It's nice and comfortable. It's safe there. It's safe in the comfort zone. Nothing scary can happen. It's like whenever we try something new, whenever we do something to try to better ourselves, to try to grow, to try to evolve, to try to up level, our ego is like, oh my God, that's so scary. Like, what if it's a saber-toothed tiger? Like, what if we could die? Like, we could literally die here. Why are we doing something new and scary? This is terrifying. That is just the ego doing what it does best. But we can be blocking ourselves when we allow these old habits to hold us back. So what is this old habit for you? Again, I feel like it's self-sabotage related, but for some of us, it could be around a coping mechanism. Like maybe you're binge eating, maybe you're drinking too much, maybe you're using other substances to numb out. Maybe you're doom scrolling, numbing out with your phone. And we've got to remember when we're numbing out, it's always because there's something there on the surface that we do not want to face. So what is it that we don't want to face? How are we numbing out? How are we getting in our own way? How are we sabotaging? Ugh. Thank you, Kelly Smith, for that. Well, what can we do to move forward then? What can we do to get out of our own way in the month of April, please? Tell us how to move through the self-sabotage, would you? Let's see. Awakening. Okay, so you're no longer letting people dictate and run your life for you. So this is really about listening to our true self, listening to our higher self. And when this says you're no longer letting other people dictate and run your life for you, I feel like that even includes the ego. We're not even allowing our ego to be in control. We are taking the reins here. And look at this. This is number 5. Number 5 is the number of change. Personally, I am a life path number 5. So I love change. 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 Change is the only constant in life. And some people don't like change. I thrive in it. I thrive in it. I mean, when I was a kid, we moved schools almost every single year. And I have siblings, and it was really hard for them. And as an adult, I can see now how it probably affected me in a not so positive way. But as a kid, I had no problem. It's like, oh, okay, we're moving schools. I'm going to meet some new friends. All right. I'm a little social butterfly. So I loved it. I just had friends at all the different schools in all my entire town. I grew up in a small town, and I went to like every single elementary school and almost every single high school in the entire town. So I had friends at each school. I loved it. It was great. But I saw my siblings really, really, really struggle with it because they are not necessarily so adept to change as I am, because I am that life path number 5. And this awakening card is also number 5. So there's some change coming, okay? There is some change coming here. You are changing the way that you are controlling your life. You're no longer letting other people run and dictate your life for you. So maybe some of you are creating some new boundaries. Maybe some of you were saying no when you really want to say no. Maybe some of you were saying yes when you really want to say yes. Just like I said earlier, like when somebody invites you out and you get that gut feeling and you're like, I don't think I should go. Just say no. No, you know what? No is a complete sentence. But if you really want to be polite, no, I've already got plans. I'm busy. I'm going to have a bath tonight. I'm going to stop bath. Just going to meditate. That's it. That's all. That's all. That's it. That's all. All right, Virgo, I am going to take a sip of my tea. And then I am going to get ready to jump into the extended reading with you and give us some messages from Unshakable Inner Peace. I think we need to know what is going to help us have unshakable inner peace in the month of April. We're going to look at the romance angels. We're going to look at the animal spirits, and we're also going to look at a couple more messages from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. So I hope to see you over there on the extended reading. You can find the link to join me down below in the comment and description. And if you are new here, I do hope that you will consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you on the extended. Bye, Virgo.